Hey, gladiators.
Good evening, vapors. Welcome to Vape Talk UK episode 103, the Vape Talk UK State of the Union address. Yeah, we're back from Expo. We're back from Expo, guys. Fucking hell. How was everybody's Expo? Joining me this week is Damon the Grumpy Vapor. Say hello, mate.
Good evening. How are you, mate?
Yeah, very, very well, thank you. You're all right?
Yeah, I'm not so bad, thank you.
Good lad. Mark Dolan from Vape Squeeze. Say hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
Hello.
We've got Chris JB from Psychosis Inc.
All right, you fuckers.
All right, mate. And we've got Thomas Wood on my far left, the wholesale manager, masterpiece, man mountain from Endless Mods UK. Say hello, Tom.
We out here, duh.
We out here, though.
That's
All
like
right.
2015 shit, that is.
Boys, should we just jump straight in and tell them what we're vaping on? Because we've got fucking loads to talk about tonight, haven't we?
Wait, we still need a link for the boner wall, Mark. Just put that out there.
Oh, yeah, good point. Come on, Mark, get your shit together, mate.
Definitely.
Trying to look professional here.
Fucking useless.
Someone needs to take the photos off. Shall I send it to Badger?
Put it to bug. Fucking do it.
Oh, thanks, Mark.
So, what we're working on, Stu?
Just get that up on my screen.
I think he hit the wrong button.
Shit, that's full.
Well, Stu's not here. What are you vaping on, Mark?
Stella. This week I am vaping on. I got my Hurricane V2, my Mini. Did I say V2?
Yeah.
My Hurricane and my Minikin V2. And in that, I am vaping on Boston Bad Boy. Any of you get a chance to try that at Expo?
Yes. Fuck me, it's good.
It's damn good.
Very, very good. That's a real good chocolate in there.
I had a quick blast off someone else's, but I went to fucking try it and I kept getting molested by people. So
Yeah, I had a quick blast on somebody's. It is really nice.
it tasted fucking awesome, but
You were too tight to buy any, is what you're trying to say, yeah?
no, to be honest, I forgot to buy juice because obviously I can't fly back with this shit. So
Right.
normally I buy it and give it to poor fucking Josh and make him send me a massive fucking box up. But I didn't. I was too busy. That's it. I didn't get to fucking buy anything. So I got some freebies that I skanked off people, but apart from that, I didn't buy any juice. I just bought tons of other shit I don't need.
Freebies, you freeloading cunt.
Hey, I can't help it.
Thanks for my dinner, by the way.
Hey, we'll fucking touch on that later, you skanky prick.
In my other hand, I have my Plastique
Nice.
That's fucking lovely, that is.
That is nice.
God, that's a nice looking bit of kit.
on top with the Death Trap. The beauty of these plastics being 2700 series, battery life for days. Seriously, we weren't needing to charge these overnight at Expo. They were just.
I know fucking Max was because he fucking give me and Paulie handed us his box and we tried it. And this man's running a fucking 02 in series. Nearly took me fucking face off.
They've got good. They've got good ohms. You can crack it down quite low.
I know you can, but fuck me on a series box. It fucking took me face off, man.
0.2's lovely on a series. What are you talking about, you wet cunt?
Yeah,
0.4 in this, nice and safe.
Got a single in there.
Single.
You know.
How long the batteries lasted you, Mark?
I've yet to run a set down. These have been in 2 days.
That's not bad, is it?
2700s of the one.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking good.
Loving it. But no, that's my second setup. Who should we bounce over to? Let's bounce over to Thomas. What you drinking? What you had for dinner? And what you vaping on?
I had soup at 4 o'clock, and that was the first thing I've had since Sunday. Because I'm just feeling rough. I'm just getting over the fucking weekend because it was an absolute blast. First thing I'm vaping on is this little beauty. Thank you very much, Mr. Chris JB, for allowing me to purchase one of these. Absolutely love it. So fucking clean inside, mate. It's really, really well made. Feels fucking, doesn't feel like 3D printed at all. It's fucking lovely. So hats off to you for that, brother.
They are gorgeous.
They are lovely.
Can I just say something about them, Tom?
You what?
Can I just say something about them quickly?
Go for it.
I've got one as well. Did you know that I had one?
I thought you picked one up on Sunday. Did you pick one up on Saturday?
I picked one up on Saturday. Yeah, it's never been fired though, because apparently the squonk pins are really fucking hard to find.
I don't know. I got one on Saturday really quickly on Saturday.
Bags of them, you're fine.
Yeah,
I'll
fucking
tell you
idiot,
about
have
that
I?
for sure. Yeah, if you notice, I ain't running a Pandora on mine because I ain't got a fucking squonk pin either.
In fact, I've got someone under my computer.
I feel like a bit of a con artist here, because a lot of people that make these squonk boxes go to all these effort bending all the plates themselves. I just ordered them from China, guys. Don't give me that much credit. Like, seriously, like the assembly, like getting the designs to box was a pain in the ass, and putting all the shit together is a pain in the ass. But it really isn't worth that much credit. If anything, give credit to Mike at Plastique for letting me take the design off him. To be honest.
Well, regardless, it's very clean in the box. Regardless of where it's been manufactured, it's clean.
Who doesn't love a clean box, Thomas?
I'm going to show everybody inside. Very fucking clean.
What do you prefer, the black and white or the white and black? Oh dear, did the door fall off?
I don't know, but one's not got a fucking battery.
Extensive product testing is part of the service on Vape Talk UK.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
In that, I'm vaping on Panda Bomb. And then I've also got my lovely Neo Empress.
Oh, isn't she lovely?
Fucking amazing.
We just lost 7 viewers.
Great. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean it.
Didn't mean it. So I'm vaping on my Empress, and I've got some fruit salad from V-Juice. I was going to be vaping something else, but I fancied some of that. And I'm not actually vaping it, but because we're at the beginning of the show, I just want to give a massive thank you to my good friend Stuart over there, who did
don't embarrass me.
Give me a lovely gift over the weekend. And if you boys just want to see this lovely fucking resin and stabilized wood box,
Give me those fucking presents, Stuart. You can't.
Absolutely fucking beautiful. So thank you very much, mate. It's not got nothing on top of it because I want to put something nice on there, but that's absolutely beautiful.
That'll look good with a mirror finished Pandora, Thomas.
Just to let you know, Christopher, there is actually one sat here ready to go on top of it.
To Thomas's credit, though, Chris, whilst you might be jealous that I never bought you a present, he gives much better head than you, mate, and I did share a hotel room with him. So, you know?
Yeah, 6.5 dozen, really, isn't it?
Reach around. So, yeah, that's me. So, I'm going to go over to David.
Good evening, Thomas. How are you?
I'm good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, really good, thank you. Drinking Budweiser tonight for a change. Don't know why. It was just in the fridge, no cider. Fuck my life. Budweiser.
It's cold, though, isn't it? It's cold.
Very, very cold. Yeah, it's all right. It's not so bad. How was your expo, Tom?
Absolutely fucking loved it. Non-stop, which made the time fly, but fucking absolutely loved it. Went to bed every single night after expo, not going out because we were that fucking tired.
We were wrecked, weren't we?
Absolutely. To be fair, though, Stuart wore holes in his shoes and you wore a hole in the couch. So we know he put in more effort that weekend.
Love you, Christopher.
Stop.
You fucker.
So I'm vaping on the Minikin V2 as usual. God, I dropped this so many times at the weekend. And it's come back home absolutely dingless. So I'm very, very impressed with just how well built this thing is. Dropped it so many times. No idea why, because I was never that drunk, really. But on top of there, I've got the Gaia, as usual. Best RDTA in existence, bar none. With Yorkshire Vapor, Shackit range. And that's custard donut. Really, really good to have that back again. And then I picked up one of these boxes off some dodgy fly-by-night at Expo as well. And I am absolutely loving the Pandora Plastique. It is my first squonk experience. So it's been very, very nice. Fire button that I was expecting it to be really hard for some reason, but it's not. It's also a lot smaller than I thought it would be. You and I were talking about that, weren't we, Stu?
Oh, yeah.
Briefly. But God, it's so dinky. It's cool. Very, very cool.
It almost makes the Pandora look bigger, doesn't it, when it's sat on top of it? You don't quite expect the box to be that small when you see pictures of it.
It does, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm really, really impressed with it. And like Tom says, it is dead clean and well made inside. All right, it might not have the innards of a Frankie, but it sure as well performs just as well to me anyway. From my limited use of Frankie. Come again?
I'm sure it does have the internals of a Frankie.
Nah, they're solid silver in a Frankie, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've owned a Frankie, and at the end of the day, for the price point of a Frankie next to the price point of the Pandora, you cannot fucking say any fucking difference whatsoever. Nothing.
Well, the simple thing is, does it fire every time you hit the fire button? Yes, and it does do very well, in my opinion. So I'm really enjoying using it. Pandora matching on top with a really, really nice Moonrock drip tip from Drip Tips by Big. Good old
That's
Colin.
Nice. Stick your arm behind it so it focuses, Damon.
Sorry, mate.
Give it the Ruby Roo.
How's that?
That's fucking lovely.
It's got tiny pieces of rock in it, and they all glow.
Mate, it's gorgeous. I love it.
I've got one like somewhere. Oh, fuck it, it's here.
You've got one the same, mate.
Yeah, this is not made by him. Though. This is made from some company in the States. I got it last year.
Does that glow as well?
It does, yeah.
I haven't had it under the sheets with me yet. Maybe I might give it a try out later on this evening.
I've made a fair size scronco if you need somewhere to stick it.
Yeah, I'm not running short on that. Thank you, though, Chris. And in there, I squonked right up with Boston Bad Boy.
Go on, my son.
And that's from TYV2. Many thanks to Dale for letting me have that. Bloody hell, it's good. It's a really deep chocolate, isn't it? It's not like a milk. It's not like a dairy milk chocolate at all. It's quite deep and dense and dark. But bloody hell, it's good. Really enjoying it.
It's not in your face though, is it?
No, it's subtle, but the chocolate isn't a milk chocolate. It's quite a plain chocolate to me anyway. Yeah. And it's not over the top sweet. It doesn't have any sweetener in it, I don't think. As usual, but yeah, it's bloody excellent. Highly recommended that. So who should we go to next? Over to Chris JB, the man,
Hello.
The Pandora guy. How are you, mate?
Knackered, mate. The weekend.
Yeah, you're looking.
Wiped me out. Just pure and simple. Just wiped me out, man.
You sure it wasn't anything to do with the 4 o'clock in the morning casino binge?
No, we didn't go to the casino. We went out for fucking dinner. About 50 of us. We hired the whole top floor of a Chinese restaurant. We could vape in there, do what we want. And then James Bear thought it would be a fucking good idea to open Evolution till fucking 6 in the morning. We went back there for a party. We didn't leave till fucking gone to 6 in the morning. And I got ditched. Max, the big Canadian bastard, booked a taxi for 8 when there was 9 of us. So I ended up on a trip round fucking Birmingham with some dodgy Uber driver that thought, oh, I'll just take him the long way. The poor cunt doesn't know where he's going. So, yeah, I got a 50 quid taxi with some weirdos. No, it's a girl called Hayley, met her at the weekend. She's a fucking character. Her other half is fucking mental as well.
They were both characters, weren't they? It was quite an illuminating evening spending some time with them.
They were fucking absolutely crazy. They she tried wearing the same outfit twice, but we're going to that another time. But no, honestly, they were such a laugh. They're like, I don't know how they're like adult entertainers, but they're like married and they get up to just talking to them the weekend about their industry is just fucking so funny.
Bizarre
yeah.
funny, very bizarre funny.
Oh, so funny. But yeah, it's they're off their tits, mate. But yeah, I'm vaping on the billet box. Check this tip out. It's made by a guy called Nolly. and he makes them to match all of the fucking boxes. But they've got this. Check this out. They've got little notches in the bottom that unscrew the 510 of the billet box. Which I don't know if any of you have ever had one, but you have to normally get a penny out and stick it in the crack and twist it. Whereas this guy's made tips with little notches on that sit into it, so you can fucking do it anyway. Magic that was. Purchased from Expo. And then now,
Show him, Chris.
Huh?
Show him the really cool thing from Expo.
Oh, I'll get to that. Don't worry. I'm vaping on a Neochrome Empress, which Paul Harrison kindly gave me, the bastard. That's got the Purge 24 on top of it, which Purge kindly gave me. I feel like a right skank saying this. Yeah, I'm fucking loving that. I think the best part about it is the drip tip. Not saying that the mod's not good, but the drip tip's fucking awesome. And in that, I've got Juice Mama from a lovely girl that I spent some time at the weekend with, and with her and her husband. Not the adult entertainers, the other ones. And that's the Tangerine Taffy.
Tangerine Taffy.
And it's fucking awesome. Really.
Did you try the other one, Chris?
Huh?
Did you try the other one?
What one? I've got loads. I've tried loads of them. They're all fucking awesome.
I can't think of the one I'm thinking of. There was one I got that was.
Is it the Honey-O Cheerios?
That's it. Yeah.
That's the bomb. Like, it tastes just like Cheerios. You can. It's almost like, you know, they're made out of like 4 different grains, and you can almost taste the difference in each color. That they were like that. You could taste the different grains in the. Oh, it's so good. I'm also vaping on this weird thing that Alex at Cheeky Vape gave me as we were leaving. The Soaring Air. Seen this?
Yeah, they're wicked.
They're wicked.
Yeah, I've heard a few people talk about these.
So I don't know if you can see it. There's a juice tank in there that fills up half of it, and the rest is like the out airflow inlet. So when you suck it, it goes up and through, and the coil's in there. But it's a closed system. You can switch it off, which is handy. But
You know what that reminds me of?
bank card. Key
Yeah, like
fob
a like a plastic card. It's like a card with.
I was gonna fucking say that.
You can fuck yourself. A lot of you. We're not going into that. But in there, I've got Salt Nicks, which is Alex from.
The apothecary.
Sorry, yeah, Apothecary. And also, he does the ephemeral line with Max. This is his Salt Nicks Spring Mint. And I'm also vaping on this. This is the thing I want to show you, right? So not only did the fucking guys at Frostbox make me a custom Pandora Frostbox,
Fucking love that.
which I'm over the fucking moon about. This, right? Check this out. So I've only got one wick in there. You get these fucking things that look like the end of a cut-off shoelace. You know when your shoelace gets mashed and you tighten a double knot and your mum has to cut it off when you're a kid. Right? Check this out. So you poke this. Can you even see what I'm doing? Yeah, just about. So you poke this through your coil. If I hadn't got such fat fingers. And then you grab the other end of it. You pull the clump through, pull the end off, fluff the cotton up, and you fucking wicked. How cool is that?
No.
Yeah.
That.
What's
Cool.
it called?
They're called Quick Wick.
That's it. Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I don't know why, but I'm just not a fan. I've got no rationalization for it. I just look at it and I think, nah, don't give a fuck.
Oh, they're cut to the perfect length. They're cut to the perfect width.
You know what? You know what you'd use? You wouldn't use one of them, right? If you was building at home and whatever. That is for something like a show. You're going to need to wick really quickly. You need to get it done. You'd use something like that. That's perfect for that.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
They're fucking awesome. But yeah, so yeah, I'm vaping on loads of shit tonight. Normally it's just a billet box, but where I've come away with so much stuff, I felt like I wanted to give it all a go. So yeah, who have we not gone to? Nolan. Stuart.
Dolan was first.
Was he?
Just me left.
Oh, right.
I'm vaping fucking Expo pickups galore tonight. I picked up from Francesco Silvestri. He was with Evolution Vaping. I got myself a Raven. This is the version 2, the one that's fixed, with all of the safety issues gone now. And I'm fucking loving that. And on top of that, I've got the brand new, just landed Nova from BMI. Beast Mode Industries, the guys that did the Goldie. I don't know if anyone remembers them. But
You got to think about it.
the Goldie was one of my favourite Atties, and this has not disappointed. It's been absolutely fucking stellar. So I'm loving that setup, and I'm on banana butt right cheek with that, which is a banana oatmeal cookie kind of deal. Fucking nice, actually. If you like your banana vapes, really, really special.
What was that called, Stu? Sorry.
Banana butt right cheek.
Bum cheek.
Yeah, look, there's a little banana with his arse out. Look at that. That banana with his arse out.
I know.
Awesome.
Look at that little fella. Yeah, having a good old time with his arse out. And then I'm also on my Frostbox, which Matt very kindly spec'd out exactly the way I want it. So I've gone for an orange and white colour scheme with silver hardware. I've got a little Goon 22 on there with a custom tip from Custom Vapes. And then inside I've got all the nice little orange ribbons and braiding and all that. Fucking lovely. And on there I'm on Boston Bad Boy, because it's just a fucking bad boy. It's just an absolute bad boy. That's me. That's me this week. What's Damon doing? Damon looks like he's really concentrating on something.
Do you know what I'm concentrating on, Stu? I'm desperately trying to get the boner board to work.
Dolan, help him out.
The boner board is flaccid tonight. It's
Dolan is the boner lord. Dolan.
It's not got an erection. Definitely no erection.
No, I told people that we were going live and spammed the link out, and they're trying to distract me. Just putting out there that it's not going to fucking work, sweetheart. I was bullying.
I believe we've got some news, haven't we? Are we moving on to that?
I think we probably should move on to the news, shouldn't we?
Are you done, Stu?
Am I done? Yeah, that's me tonight.
All right, news then, ladies and gentlemen. In quite shocking news for the mech world in the UK, it was announced by TYV on Sunday that they are severing all business ties with Rogue Mods. If you don't know who Rogue Mods are, they supply Rogue mech mods to TYV. TYV are the wholesaler for them for the UK distribution. They also do the Force RDA. And this is ultimately massively shocking news for the UK industry in that TYV have severed all business ties with Rogue. Details are scarce at the moment, but we are hoping to get Dale on the show maybe next week if he hasn't got a Chinese takeaway coming. Don't know. What do you think about that, boys?
Fucking huge, if you ask me. Absolutely huge. That's one of the biggest brand pushes that this country's ever seen from USA products.
Absolutely.
Say so.
Yeah, I think
I might go out and say it's the biggest brand push that we've ever had for a USA product.
I mean, considering like the Rogue, no one had heard of it, and I'd seen one about 8 months prior to Dale picking them up. And no one in the UK had heard of it, apart from this one guy that I'd seen one who had one. You know, it's to see that they're in the hands of pretty much every vapor in the UK. Like everyone's had one or used one at some point. Like not every day, you know, mouth to lung, just by your coils, but every hobbyist or someone that's into that sort of vaping. It's madness.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming at all, if I'm honest.
I don't think anybody did really, did they? Because it seemed like a very, very tight relationship. And we haven't got any details to share at the moment, and whether anybody wants to share those details is another thing. That's very much up to Dale Wilkinson at TYV. But yeah, big news anyway for the industry there. In that Rogue are no longer going to be wholesaled by TYV, and that business relationship is done and over. Anybody got anything to add to that, boys? Or
I think at this stage it's a bit too early to say anything, isn't it?
it is really at the moment. I mean, I know that chat are asking questions, and that's obvious. People might want to know why, but we'll leave that up to Dale. If he wants to come on the show next week and have a chat about that, then he is always welcome.
Yeah, I'd just like to add something. I'd just like to say it's a surprise it's come to all of us, but we wish Dale the best with carrying on with TYV and Matt running with Rogue. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Either way, but I hope they both continue with the success.
As Dale just said, long story short, I got absolutely fucked over.
I prefer Paul's follow-up, though.
I didn't see. I haven't got the chat up. I don't want to slow me.
Diplomatic as ever, Paul Harrison says, "Fuck America and all about UK companies."
Fair enough. And now's more than ever, UK has to come together. You know,
Okay,
after a
can
good
I say
Expo.
something then? Can I just say something quick? Can I just take that statement back? I just wish Dale the best.
It's true. It's got to be one unit now.
Okay, moving on then. I will share my screen. I'm getting over the fear. The Center for Disease Control in the US has made unsubstantiated claims about secondhand vapor exposure. Basically, they've published data in a study preventing chronic in the journal Preventing Chronic Disease earlier this week. And basically, the CDC released the results from a US survey conducted with the aim of gathering the public's opinion about the danger of secondhand vaping for children. So there's nothing scientific in any of this. This is just gathering parents' opinions who have been smokers, non-smokers, non-vapers, and vapers. And apparently the results obtained that over 5.3% of adults responded that secondhand vape exposure caused no harm to children. 39.9% responded little harm or some harm. 1.5% responded a lot of harm. And 33.3% responded don't know. This is just absolutely mental that the Center for Disease Control have released a study just based on parents' opinions about the harm that vapor can do. Can we put that link in the chat because it's quite a long story? But basically,
grab it out the show notes and dump it in.
Yeah, nice one. But basically, the above data led the researchers concluded that current smokers and vapors were more likely to consider secondhand vapor as harmless, which we all know after several studies now, it is absolutely harmless. So go and have a look at that story again. It's the CDC trying to damn vaping yet again.
With no evidence.
Yeah.
With absolutely no evidence apart from people's opinions.
Absolutely fucking shocking. As that's literally taking opinion and quoting it as if it's fact.
As if it's fact.
I mean that cries in the face of scientific principle. It's the opposite of how you prove something.
Yeah. Ultimately, it's crackers. But the unfortunate side is that there's so many people who are so ill-educated, they'll just take that as gospel and spread malicious lies about the industry that secondhand vaping actually causes some harm or could cause harm. Mental.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing in secondhand vapor that's left is the tiny percentage of nicotine that you don't absorb yourself. The only thing that could be harmful is the tiny percent of nicotine that you don't absorb yourself. And that level of nicotine is so low, like you'd have to literally sit there for 100 years in a room with a fucking vapor blowing right in your face before it could possibly even have an effect on you.
Yeah,
like, it's just not realistic to claim that it's harmful.
I think the body's tolerances of nicotine is higher than secondhand vapor puts out.
Exactly.
So would have no effect.
So that's that one. Moving on, screen share again. Okay, a study came out. I'll give this to Planet of the Vapes. Another efficacy survey kills the gateway argument. A recent online survey of 650 vapers has found that almost all of them used to be smokers and now consider themselves to be ex-smokers. Yet again, we're being presented with evidence that vaping works to help smokers escape from tobacco-related illness, and that only an insignificant minority of vapers never smoked. Data demonstrates an ongoing decline in the number of smokers, debunking any argument that vaping acts as a gateway into smoking. The study was conducted by Mystic Electronic Cigarettes. Not sure who they are owned by. Of more than 650 women aged 18 and over, and they participated in the non-scientific survey during March the 28th and April the 10th, 2017. And the survey was collected using a SurveyMonkey online poll. But it's just great news that the study found that 96% of those taking part classify themselves as former smokers. And the majority of vapers taking part were long-term users, with 8 out of 10 vaping more than 2 years. And most of them wanted to quit smoking rather than it being a monetary issue. And a further 10 intended only to cut down on the number of cigarettes smoked. Of these, 97% now claim they are ex-smokers, and 9 in 10 attribute this success to vaping.
And can I just point out that although that information was gathered in a similar source to the previous article you read out, there was a black and white definitive question there. Did you used to smoke? Whereas the other one is pure speculation, like saying, do you like the color green? And it's based on your opinion rather than,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the sources were sort of gathered in the same way, but there's a clear-cut answer to did you used to smoke or didn't, or do you think this might hurt you?
Yeah, definitely.
It's not guesswork. You know what I mean? It's not guesswork. It's been done properly.
Mm.
Well, yeah, and like he says, there's no chance for an ambiguous answer either, is there? It's very clear-cut questioning. But it's, again, great news for vaping. Vaping actually works, doesn't lead back to smoking, and there aren't that many vapers who were never smokers in the first place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's definitely a minority. I mean, I think when you get up into the lifestyle sort of side of vaping, like the people that go to expos, people like us, it starts to become more common to find people that vape who have never smoked because they get into it because they like the scene. But I think, those are adults. We're not talking about gateway there. We're talking about adults that are making conscious decisions for themselves. When you're talking about children and it being a gateway into smoking for kids, the statistics only support that isn't true.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter which way you slice that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm. All right. Last serious story of the night. And I wanted to put this guy up on the boner board, but it's not working. Is it working yet?
I'm still fighting with it.
All right, fair enough. Let's have an imaginary boner board then. And I want to put Malcolm Turnbull, who is the Australian Prime Minister. I want to put him at the opposite.
Government leaders.
Pardon? Well, last week, yeah, it's funny you should say that. I've got it out for government leaders around the world at the moment. Last week it was President the Turtle of the Philippines, wasn't it? Yeah. This week it's Malcolm Turnbull, the Australian PM. Basically, it's a really long story, this one. So if we can put the link in the chat, then that'd be good. Basically, what Malcolm Turnbull did and the Australian government, I haven't screen shared, have I?
No.
Here we go. Okay, so yeah, basically, gone in 60 seconds. The government backs vaping law, then announces inquiry 1 minute later. Basically, Malcolm Turnbull has been urged again and again and again to lift the ban on e-cigarettes in Australia. There's a blanket ban on e-cigarettes now, a complete blanket ban. And many doctors and scientists and other health experts from around the world, 140 of them in total, have got in touch with him again and again, trying to get him to overturn the ban. Now, last Friday, what happened was that the news.com.au got in touch with PM Malcolm and asked him whether the ban would stick. And the statement affirmed that the final decision was sent to news.com.au at precisely 4:54 p.m. last Thursday, And then 1 minute later, another statement was issued by another government MP announcing there would be an inquiry into the laws by a committee with a government majority following a referral from Health Minister Greg Hunt, who is also a member of the government. So basically, in one foul swoop over the course of 60 seconds, they've stood by the ban on e-cigarettes and then said they're going to launch an inquiry into nixing the ban. So they don't know their arse from their elbow. So I'm saying that Malcolm Turnbull is running empty this week, definitely.
Yeah.
You'll hear no fucking argument in this chat.
Sounds like a bit of a tosser.
Yep.
I've just sent the new link into our group chats. I've added that photo in for you, Damon.
Oh, thank you very much. Should we screen share that then, or
give me a second. Which group chat is that? The Hangouts group chat?
Yeah, the Hangouts one, the last one I just posted in
Got it,
Hangouts.
right, let me just copy that link and open it in a new window. Last time I tried to open Padlet, it opened in the Hangout window and redirected me away from Padlet.
He's on there twice. While you're doing that, Stu, I'll do the last story, which is a good news story. And I'm going to give romantic of the week, romantic fart of the week, to James Clark of TYV, and also of Do You Even Build Bro, the wire company, because James, the old romantic sod, only asked Nat, his longtime girlfriend, she also works at TYV, to marry him at the weekend by giving her a lovely new mech mod and an engraved button to surprise her. So I think the show, from all of us on the show, many congratulations to James and Nat. And you get romantic of the week that way in a lovely gesture. What do you reckon, guys?
Can I just ask, did he buy the mech mod and give her it with the button in it, or did he buy the button and ask her, pass me a mod and stick it on? Because there's a considerable price difference. I just want to know.
Yeah, it was definitely the whole mod. Just to
Oh, okay.
It was the whole mod. Yeah, it was the whole mod.
When I saw him and he showed me, do you know what? It gave me a bit of butterflies in my stomach. It was just a fucking proper moment. It was one of those things that could only happen like at Expo. Do you know what I mean? Like the only people that would get it are the people at Expo. And I shook his hand and I just gave him a bro hug, and I was just like, fucking hell, mate, that's amazing. That's actually amazing.
Do you know what, though? It disappointed me. He did it really early in the morning, didn't he? But there weren't that many people there. I think he should have got up on that fucking main stage and fucking did it there. That would have been epic. But
it would have been epic. But you know, it's $2,000 just to get on that stage, isn't it? And that's an expensive question.
No, I'm pretty sure if it said, look, can I just ask my missus to marry me? Do you know what I mean? But no, fair play to him.
Yeah, fair play. Many congratulations to you both. And the invitation's there. Maybe you could get married open air at Vape Collective.
Yeah.
Yeah, that way you'd only have to pay for a 4-person buffet.
Way!
Is this the ongoing joke now? Like the number of people turning up to Vape Collective is just going to get one bigger each week.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got Nat in as well.
When James would have
It's
to bring
Nat in as well. Congratulations to both Nat and James from all of us lot anyway, and I'm sure all of the guys in chat are wishing them many congrats as well. Really appreciate it, guys, says James Clark. Thank you, guys.
Paul just said wounded it was on a rug, though.
Ouch. How nice would it have looked on... Oh, fuck. There we go. It looked right pretty on that, wouldn't it?
I mean, to be fair, that is a very attractive, pretty-looking device. You know, it's not as if it's not wedding appropriate.
Yeah, it's not like he got it put on a fucking eye taste.
Well, congratulations to James and Nat. I know James has been on about it for about a fucking year, so finally plucked his balls up to fucking do it. So
was I the only fucker who didn't know it was happening?
Yeah, well done to James. Hard luck, Nat.
The first thing I said to her when she showed me it was, "Are you up the fucking duff?"
Again.
She promised me she wasn't. So if she pops out a kid in less than 9 months, then she's a fucking liar.
And on that bombshell, that's about all I've got for this evening. So I'll bid you chaps good night.
Thanks a lot, Damon. Good night, mate.
No worries, mate. We'll have a good show.
See you later.
Ciao.
So Expo was fucking mental, right?
Fucking Expo weren't bad, was it?
Fucking madness.
Come on then. Let's do the Expo thing. Let's talk about Expo. Just consult my show notes.
Not
for a brief second. So
we start. That's the question.
Yeah, I know. Like, fucking hell, there was so much going on all weekend. It was about twice the size, like physically in terms of space, about twice the size of last one.
Yeah, I'd say so. If not bigger, because
Yeah.
you only had like a little pissy turn bit last time, whereas now you had it was fucking like half a mile long. But they did fill up the space with fairground rides.
They did do that.
They were meant to be outside. And I did speak to Lee and Jay, and they said they had to go through so much fucking red tape to get them fuckers in there. But I'm going to be deadly honest, boys. Did them just alone not just make you smile? Just
Oh yeah.
As you just like make you like happy and sort of fucking made you warm inside. The fact is that we were at this fucking exhibition and fuck me, there's roller coasters in this fucker.
Yeah, no, it was
After a night of drinking, it just made me feel sick looking at it.
Was it free shit or did you have to pay?
They had to pay, I believe.
Oh.
Like, why are you asking the fat guy whether he wouldn't get in the fucking seat, let alone on the ride? How do you know if you have to pay for it or not? The only person that's worth asking is Stu. You can't go your legs would touch the fucking platform when you're in the air. Me and Tom won't fit in the seat, so the only person that might know is Stu.
We could have fit in the waltzers.
Yeah, if we had one each.
I was gonna say Tom don't go on the teacups at Disneyland. He goes on the fucking pint glasses.
Yeah, the teapot.
Yeah, mate, I didn't get a chance to go on any of them fairground rides. I was run off my fucking feet all weekend. Well, we'll say
You didn't turn up till Saturday, did you?
Saturday morning. Well, Friday night I turned up. Yeah, I didn't work the Friday.
Busiest day, you fucking lazy stop out.
Well, you say lazy. I say the people that hired me didn't need me for the Friday. Otherwise, I would have come. But you know, spin it whatever way you like.
Yeah, I suppose. But no, it was really fucking good. I met some fucking awesome people. It was absolutely nuts, mate.
Yeah, actually, I'll tell you what. This year, I got to put so many faces to names.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, I don't normally blow my own trumpet, but I'm fucking reading that one out from the chat. So Paul's just said Stuart did a part-time event, but to be fair, he grafted like fuck. See, grafted like fuck, and that's from the words of Paul Harrison.
And he's also put bollocks. You told me you were.
Yeah, no, I was working on Friday, Paul. Steve came down. In fact, you met Steve, my boss. Steve came down to the event on Friday, so I had to watch the shop. So I was working. I wasn't available, but I thought I weren't needed anyway, so I didn't think it mattered. But yeah, anyway, let's not have a conversation through the chat window. Let's not have a conversation through the chat window.
Well,
talking
about size of the event, I just want to go into sort of people. Did you guys not feel that? Because last year, I'm going to be honest, you couldn't walk over to a booth and you couldn't speak. You had to wait to speak to somebody. This year, it was that fucking big and that widespread that people had a lot of chance to go around and you didn't have to go to a booth and it was fucking unable to speak to people. I get at certain points booths were absolutely banging and you had to wait your time, but it was quite nice for people going around that not every booth was fucking banging. You could actually speak to the person behind the booth. That's what I felt. I
mean, it was quite hard as well because some of the booths were hidden right out the fucking way. And when when you've dragged your fat ass up at fucking 8 in the morning and got your way there and you've sort of congregated around the middle area, you don't particularly want to go walk to the other end. So, I mean, if it was a bit of a pain that instead of it being short and fat, it was long and thin. Do you know what I mean? But it was good. I mean,
it was a good expo. I think I actually preferred October's, whilst it was smaller. It actually felt nicer. I'm not saying that this one didn't feel nice. It was friendly. I didn't hear of any shit kick off.
I did. I heard of 2 members of staff on one stand having a fight with each other in front of customers.
I heard of that as well.
An actual fight.
I missed that.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah.
That's a good question from chat. Jono says, "What was everyone's favourite stand?"
Oh,
let's not name the ones that we were working at or working with because that's not fair. What's everyone's favourite stand that wasn't their own?
I'll tell you what, Stu, I'll vote for you. You vote for me.
Yeah, that's it.
It has to be the Endless stand then, without a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the TYV stand was fucking fantastic, especially the bit that had the thick oil and the emerald on it. I loved that corner. Absolutely loved it.
My favourite stand was the one that had the bar and the seating area in it.
Apparently, they had Rogue mods as well on TYV stand, but I don't recall seeing any.
No, not do I.
I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna say my favourite stand and probably the best looking stand I saw was Zeus.
Nah, man. Actually, being completely honest, my favourite stand was Evo. Evo fucking smash it every time. Their stand is like a rave tent, and I fucking love it. There's always a DJ there. It's always like when you come up to it. Mate, Evo stand was fucking amazing.
It was good because they put TVs all the way around the top as well, which was pretty cool.
Saying that though, Nasty Juice stand were fucking banging. Them fucking TVs hanging from the roof were fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, they were pretty cool.
I'm being asked if all the stuff behind me is hashtag all free shit. No, I'm just a messy cunt. I'll be honest with you. I took no free shit at all this year. I took
me neither.
Nothing.
I turned down a lot of free shit, but I still ended up.
Shut up.
I actually did as well. I actually did. Every time I was given free shit, I was giving it to that Haley and Tom. Because I was like, I don't want to carry the shit. I can't fly with half the juice.
Damon's in the chat saying Fantasy was his favourite stand. We all fucking know why that was, don't we, Damon, you dirty old man? For anyone that wasn't at Expo, Fantasy had their models working behind the counter, and they were literally wearing shrink-wrapped lycra dresses.
I'll tell you what was quite a buzzing stand. It was the one that looked like the temple.
Oh, that was weird. Yeah.
It seemed to be buzzing all the time, but they put shitload of effort into it. But yeah, I'm going to go back to it and say Zeus. I think Zeus was the classiest one, especially with the statues and stuff. I think it just looked classy as fuck.
Tom, what did you buy at Expo?
What did I buy at Expo?
Yeah.
That's
it.
You know, I end up spending so much money on shit I don't want. Well, it's not I don't want, but I got the Empress. I bought this, the Vapor's Cloud XXX, which I really wanted.
Did you pay for it?
Yeah, I paid for it, you cock. It has like a sovereign crown on the top, and then it had, check this out, pound coin logo on the button.
Yeah, that's cute.
That's pretty.
I do like that button. I've got a normal XXX, the standard edition, and I think they're really nice.
I paid for my Frost box, and then I went and bought another one because they were that fucking nice. Check this bastard out.
Yeah, man, the sandwich editions are fucking badass. Seriously though, right? You know when we had them on the show, could you have ever predicted that they would be that nice from what we gathered on the show?
Really, not. I thought they were going to be shit, but I was really surprised at how better they were than I expected. I expected them to be good. I mean, someone says to me at one point, "It's just a Hammond box." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's like taking something basic
and making it something desirable."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's all not forget the Hexome started life as a Hammond tin.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Hexome was at one point the most popular series mod on the market, bar none.
Talking of Hexomes, did anybody see the stabilized wood Hexomes?
Yeah, that weren't for sale.
But they were for sale.
No, they weren't for sale. They were for show.
Yes, they were for sale. Do you know why?
Why?
Because Matt Chinessi, who works for Vape Base, is one of the biggest collectors of Hexomes, and the only way he could purchase one was dropping £1,000.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Oh man,
£1,000 for a fucking stabwood Hexome. Come on,
£1,000.
Did he do it?
Bullshit, man.
Because he's at the top of their fucking list of buying one.
Right. Well,
their retail price is around about $700, but at the show they wanted £1,000.
I would have punched him in the dick.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I picked up a Death Trap by Death Wish. It's fucking nice.
Yeah, shame that Max is like the fucking wind though. You look at him and he's there 1 minute, you go to talk to him and he's fucking disappeared.
Yeah. I picked up one of these fuckers. Check this out.
That's pretty. Is that a Serenity?
It's a Purge.
Yes, I know. Is it the Serenity model?
I don't know.
He doesn't know he didn't pay for it.
I paid for this one, dickhead. Although I did get one for free. The other one, yeah, they gave me. We invited them out to dinner. When we went out for dinner, we had the guys from Purge there, guys from Vapors Cloud there, the guys from Evolution there, all of us lot, the Death Wish Reaper squad. And then the next day, they said, "Oh, come back over to the stand tomorrow." And so I went back over to the stand, and he was showing me something. There was loads of people turning up. So I was like, "Look, I'll let you crack on because I'm just taking up your time. I'll come back and look at them later." He showed me this, and I was like, "That's fucking nice." And as I went to go, he was like, "Hey, come back here, come back here." And he'd signed "thank you" on the back. So he already had it, bless him. And he gave me this.
Yeah, man. I do really like the Purges. I was very, very tempted to pick one up. Very, very tempted. The only reason I didn't pick one up is because I already left Expo with 4 mech mods, and I think that's probably enough.
See, my favourite achievement I picked up had to be the White Brass Admiral by Broadside.
Yeah, that's pretty. I do like that white brass.
Oh, it's so nice, and the throw is amazing.
It's similar in colour to this stuff, isn't it? This weird Xantao alloy that Vapor Bagara use.
It's more like, to be honest, it's like a mixture between brass and stainless.
Yeah, well,
Chris, you get
this is a brass and aluminium alloy. Like, can you see? Hang on, I don't know if you'll be able to see. My camera doesn't really pick
Oh, yeah, you can kind of see. It looks quite brassy though.
Chris, how's your hand after using the Purge?
Are you trying to say that they've got a hard throw on it, Mark?
No, I didn't set it up right. So basically, you have to screw the tube in, then screw the button out to adjust to rattle. I had the button screwed all the way in and unscrewed the tube, so I left a gap where the web of my hand got in, and the voltage took the path of least resistance and fucking burnt me.
No. Well,
Christopher,
me and Tom nearly killed ourselves trying to set my Raven up as well. There's a diagram in the box, and it shows you there's like a little spring steel circle with some burrs on it, and that's what basically controls the kickback of the button. And there's already one installed underneath a little Delrin insulator, or a little flexible insulator thing at the bottom. But the diagram on the box sort of shows as if you're supposed to drop it in on top of the insulator. Me and Tom are sitting there with this Raven, just keep firing it, and it won't fucking go, and it won't fucking go. Turns out there's already one in there, and you're not supposed to put the second one in. The second one's a spare.
Well, get this. I went to the end of the stand and picked up the Empress, and I asked Tom to make it stacked for me. It took him 25 minutes, and the cunt still couldn't work out how to make it stacked. He had to get someone else to do it. He had to get someone else. He had to get someone else who worked on the stand to set my mod up for me because he didn't know how to do it.
do you know why?
Just say it.
Do you know why I give it to somebody else? I didn't want to look at your face for fucking any longer.
You didn't even know how to use it. Every single other fucker, including Stuart, on that stand could assemble them and unassemble them like Forrest Gump setting up a gun. And you couldn't fucking set it up. You silly bastard.
To Tom's credit, though, to Tom's credit, his fingers are about the same circumference as most people's waistline. Tom has got some fucking big old hands, man.
Do you want to see the best thing I picked up?
Go on.
Leave that thing. Let me find. Let me find something to show you. Right. You ever got a battery case and thought, "Oh fuck, which one's the dead one?" You know when you get out a new battery.
No, I just use a Sharpie and put a plus and a minus.
All right. And what way does the plus face?
Up.
So
if they're in the box opposite way round, they're not charged.
Oh, you write on the box.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I don't. So there was a guy from Sweden over called Teus, and he was using this fucking thing all weekend.
Love it.
And I was like, "What the fuck is that, mate?" And he's like, "Look at this. 2 magnets, one on one end, one on the other. Oh, I have to put it on it. And it tells you the fucking voltage in the battery. How fucking cool is that?"
Simple.
I fucking love that thing. I think that thing is absolutely mint. It would be indispensable for me.
yeah, it's fucking absolutely incredible. He charged me what he paid for it. It's made by a guy out in Sweden, so you can't really get them. And yeah, it's fucking awesome.
So what was your highlight of the show then, guys?
Highlight of the show. On a personal note, resolving some conflict in the industry meant the fucking world to me. And the people that reached out know who they are, and that was fucking huge for me, and I really, really respect and appreciate it. On a business note, seeing the amount of money that I had to cash in at the end of my shift on the endless stand, and knowing as a result of that how well we'd done, knowing how worth it was for Paul. Because at the end of the day, like, make no fucking illusions about it. Paul paid my travel, he paid my hotel, he took me to fucking dinner on one night there, he gave me 2 mods, he gave me, you know, all sorts of little bits of hardware. Like, I probably cost Paul, in terms of retail value that I had to make back, I probably cost Paul like 400 or 500 quid. You know what I mean? So if I didn't make a good amount of money, I was going to feel shit about doing that event. And it really just made me feel so happy to know that I'd actually justified my presence there. Do you know what I mean? What about you, Mark? What was your highlight?
Mine highlight has got to be, well, there's 2 really. Community was the big thing for me. So many people. Those of you that don't know, I had to disappear on Saturday, so I wasn't about on the busiest day. And sort of feedback, the amount of people that were like, "Where's Mark? Where's Mark? I need to see Mark. I need to see Mark." For me, the community, it was awesome. You know, the people we spoke to was unreal. But my biggest highlight, I've got to say, of this weekend, soppy cunt, was my staff.
Yeah, man. Martin was smashing it when I saw him.
My staff bust their fucking asses this weekend, and I take my hat off to them. Thoroughly appreciate everything that every single one of them did for us. It's not easy, but they work like fucking troopers, and respect each and every one of them. How about you, Chris?
My highlights were the people. Really, we had. That's not awkward. We had some guys who'd flown from all over the fucking world, really. We had Max from Canada. We had Sarah and Jamie, who own Top Notch Vapor out in the States. We had some guys that were on the Reaper squad, Kim and Derek, that had flown out from the States. We'd had people from Sweden. We had the weirdos from Birmingham. And it was just so good. And we booked this table like a few months in advance of the meal. And we booked it for 20 to start with. And then we upped it to 40. Then we upped it to 50. And I thought, we're never going to have 50 people there. And people just flooded in. Like, we turned up, about 8 of us on the first taxi and about 6 in the next. There was 14 of us out for dinner, and we didn't know how many more were going to be there. And, you know, the guys from Purge walk in, the guys from Vapors Cloud walk in, the guys from Evolution walk in. Mark turns up late as fucking usual. And, yeah, we filled the whole room, and they allowed us to vape and do what we fucking wanted in there. And it was just so good to spend some time with such awesome people. The guys from the States were some of the nicest people we'd ever met. And like I was saying earlier, the 2 adult entertainers, shall we call them? You know what I mean? It sounds weird, right? But when you don't know anything about an industry and you've got so many questions, like, how many of you had questions about the furries walking around the Birmingham?
Yeah.
Because I had loads of questions, and I'm the sort of guy that unless I have answers, it's not enough for me. Like, I have to know the answer to something. And to have these guys here that were essentially adult entertainers, as I said, and to be able to, like, openly ask them absolutely anything, no holds barred, and then they just tell you. Do you know what I mean? It was testament to the fact that, one, they felt so comfortable with complete strangers, because we were essentially strangers when we met. But even the guys in Canada, you could ask them absolutely anything, and they would be honest with you. And that was so refreshing. There was no deceit. There was no, my dick's bigger than your dick. Everyone was so humbled. You know, one of the girls from out in the States, we went out for lunch and telling her about beans on toast. She had a real, you know, inquiry about beans on toast. And she looked on Amazon. It was like $32 to get a tin of beans in the States. $32. So I went to the shop one night, as the night before they were leaving, and they sold beans. So I grabbed her a tin of beans, and just it was pure joy in her face at the fact of giving her a tin of fucking beans. You know what I mean? And it was genuine. There was no bullshit. There was no, oh, thanks. I mean, most people, if you'd give them a tin of beans for Christmas, they would laugh and spit in your face. Do you know what I mean? She was overjoyed with the fact I gave her a tin of beans. And that was just, you know, pure from the heart happiness. And just having that experience with people you don't particularly know and that you've got to know that weekend meant so much more to me than any money, anything. You know, when you can, you know, we don't see each other that often, but when you know, we bump into each other at the show and we give each other a hug and, you know, there's, you know, you're genuinely happy to see each other. It's just amazing. And it felt so fucking nice to know that there were so many people all over the world that we could actually spend time with and get to know, you know? And I mean, I don't know if any of you did find out about the fairies, right? But I asked them at the last day. Fuck me, that's an eye-opening story. So if you want to Google it, like, guys, feel free. But it was, yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, no, it was, honestly, it was just such a fucking amazing time to spend time with such amazing people.
Yeah, it was good. I got three highlights. Definitely spending the weekend with like-minded people, and especially, you guys will feel exactly the same. It sounds cheesy and corny, but it's like working with family. You know what I mean? There's no bickering. There's no fucking arguments. You're solely focused on what you need to do, and everyone's working together to help each other out. And to me, that's sort of a disappointment because it should be like that all the time, not just for one event. As a UK community, we should be like that all the time rather than just for that one event. You know, I know we get guys flying in from here, there, and everywhere, and we all have our own business mindsets, and we all know we need to put food out on our tables. But it comes to that weekend, and it's like everything goes out the fucking, you know what I mean? It just goes out the window, and you think everyone's working together. And you see, I hadn't seen Chris in fucking months. To see first time I see Chris, I would fucking go up to him and give him a big squeeze. Do you know what I mean? For me, that is a massive highlight for me, but it's also a disappointment because I want to see it all the fucking time. I want to see that love and that help for each other all the time. Obviously, it is possible, but some people don't want to make it possible, but that's definitely a thing.
I think the thing is that, like, competition can breed one of two things. You know, competition can breed a healthy sportsmanship kind of relationship, or it can go hand in hand with greed, and it can build a lot of negativity and a lot of hatred. And I think it can only ever work one of those two ways. You have a choice.
Stand up. All this romance is making me get a boner, and it's bending in my trousers.
You know what I mean? You have a choice which one you go with, and if you let competition be what drives you to work as a unit and want to be part of the same thing on the same side, the industry doesn't need to be a fucking shit show of people falling out, you know?
It's not that people get like, it's not, I'm not saying people are wrong or whatever. People get so focused at what they're doing, they don't just take that step back and go, fucking hell, you know what I mean? How much fucking better would it be if I scratched his back, he scratched my back, and we all fucking did it all the time? It would be, I know it's physically not possible for everybody, but it'd be fucking such a nicer place. Just happened that weekend, do you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden it's like, fucking hell. But another one for me was I did receive a beautiful new work vehicle from Paul and Tash. Thank you very much for that. I've got a new set of work wheels. That was fucking such a surprise. I am a softie, so thank you guys. Appreciate that.
Why the fuck does no one buy me a fucking company car?
We're getting a fucking car.
I want a company truck.
But the third thing for me about Expo is what's going to come after. As Dale said in chat earlier, he's burnt a lot of bridges and he's going to get his bridges back together. I'm just raring to see what's going to come after Expo. I'm really fucking excited for the future for everybody. And I'm really excited for what's going to be on for next month, next year, whatever. Carry on. And hopefully we can keep with this focus and everybody, and we can work together and make sure this industry in the UK, finally, we fucking take over.
I think it's awesome as well, like when you're all together and you can openly discuss ideas and plans, and there's no worry of someone snaking your ideas. And I mean, like, you keep your cards quite close to your chest when you're dealing with people online. And it's the first time that because I mean, I'm involved with quite a lot of people in the States, and it's like Clay and Nate, they set up the PJ Bros guys. They set up Team Cream, which is the sponsorship team for PJ Bros. And you speak to each other every day, and you're calling each other family, and it's hard to see how much you are like family until they come over and you spend time with each other. And it's like being a family without the fucking slapping your sister around the head Christmas Day because she's fucking bought you a second-hand dildo. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's absolutely insane. And you meet these people in real life, and you spend this time together, and there's there's infinite trust, there's infinite compassion, there's infinite, it's so weird.
It's weird to explain, Chris. I understand. Yeah. Exactly. It's really weird to explain because you've spent so much time in virtual reality with that person and communicating with that person. And when you meet them in fucking real life and you've not seen somebody for fucking 6 months, like I hadn't seen fucking yourself, I hadn't seen Mark in such a long time. And it's like, we had a conversation yesterday, and it's like you see them, it's like you've never lost contact with them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like you've known each other forever, and it sounds so cliche, but it's so fucking true. And the thing is, as well, it's like, I don't know, when it comes to business, like the Pandora was a year in the making, and I kept it very sort of, certain people knew certain things, and I wouldn't really say too much. And I think that's a very big part of an industry like we're in, because there are so many snaky cunts. But at the same time, it's like all of the people that I spent time with at Expo, like Anthony Tran from Vapors Cloud, is such a nice, humble person. The guys at Purge, they were such nice, humble people. And it's like there was no deception. There was no, sorry, we're coming out for dinner with you so we can find out what your ideas are, or, oh, that looks like a good idea, I want to stick that on my next mod. It was all about helping each other out and being nice to each other. The guys at Purge said, oh, we've seen your RDA, it looks fucking awesome. And I went over to James Burr and I was like, look, mate, can I buy some back? Because he bought all my stock. So I said, can I buy some back? I want to give them as gifts to the guys at Purge. And he's like, just take them, mate. Do you know what I mean? James Burr runs a business. That's a business. It's costing him money to give me stuff he's already paid me for. And he's like, just take him, And I went over to the guys at Purge, and they were like, oh, thanks so much. Like, proper happy about it. And I'm going to throw this out there. Last year at Expo, I watched Max give a mod and an RDA to another manufacturer. Without naming any names, that manufacturer, to Max's face, was like, oh, that's fucking awesome, man. Awesome design. I love it, blah, 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 blah. And I heard him about 20 minutes later saying to someone, what's he giving me that Chinese piece of shit for? Right? And I just wanted to batter him.
It's fucking horrible.
Walk around that stand, take the mod off him and twat him around the head with it. But it was not my place to say, and it wasn't my business. I gave the guys at Purge those RDAs, and every single one of them built them and took them out with them that night. That do you know, that just shows that there was no bullshit, no deception. They weren't, they weren't like, oh, thanks for that. And then like, what's he giving me this for? Do you know what I mean? They were genuinely happy to get it, and they were giving me feedback, and it was just so fucking good. Such a nice experience.
It's the strong community vibe that at the majority of the time this community lacks.
Absolutely.
So come on in, boys and girls. Let's we've got to get the boner board started soon. So let's end with our favourite pickup from Expo. What was our favourite thing that we took home?
Mine's got to be that.
That thing is fucking fire. I love it.
Does it have to be an item?
whatever, your favorite thing that you took away from Expo. If you can fucking spin it to not be an item, then spin it to not be an item.
Yeah, of course. Easy. Absolutely fucking easy. I took away a fucking humble heart and know that fucking hard work pays off. That's what I took away from Expo.
You
Yeah,
soft
man.
club.
Yeah, man. No, I love that shit.
Expo.
I mean, I was going to say I took away some awesome friends, Ginger Pubes and Sadax and all the Americans. But no, I don't. I like this more than them. This is the best thing that I took home.
Well, before I say mine, I just want to show everyone a text that I've just got from Dan Osborne at Frostbox Industries. I don't know if you'll be able to read it because I think it'll be flipped, but when my phone adjusts, can everybody read that?
No, kind words brought here to my chat's eye.
The Frostbox Industries boys, Dan and Matt, were fucking legendary. They spent a lot of time on the Endless Stand with us, and fuck me, I cannot imagine a nicer pair of lads. They are fucking brilliant. So big shout out to them too.
Absolutely. I mean, sticking my sorry, bro.
In terms of my my favourite thing that I took away, I'm not going to go down the route that Tom went because I think, you know, don't want to be cheesy about it. But I was in an hour in before the show when we put this in the show notes actually, because I'm kind of torn. I kind of had two things that I got at Expo, and I fucking adore both of them. But I was deliberately not going to bring up one of them because it's an endless mod, and I didn't want to seem like I was wanking Paul off, because I'm not wanking Paul off. It is just genuinely, I'm just fucking in love with it. Genuinely fucking in love with it. And he gave it to me for my work, and that's this Deadpool limited edition number 15 clean. And I'm just absolutely fucking smitten with it. I'm just smitten with it. And I used to hate alley mods, and it's an alley mod, and it's just beautiful. But also, obviously, my white and orange Frosty. That's my other favourite takeaway from Expo, because this thing, I've been coveting these since I first stumbled upon them months ago. And to finally have my hands on one for it, and for it to exceed my already very high expectations. The work that Matt and Dan put in to make these things as good as they are is fucking admirable. To turn something like a Hammond tin, which is a fucking signalling box, you know, it's a piece of shit. It's a fucking utilitarian device, and to make it into something that you are proud to fucking hand check, that to me is a big deal.
Just the fact that they put my fucking logo, their logo. Do you know what I mean? That's a big kudos to.
Like, how much of a show of humility is that?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. It's a big kudos to how important it is to people to support other people in the same industry, in the UK. Do you know what I mean? We could be competition one day. You know, they're designing RDAs. I might decide to come out with a box to rival them. Not that I'm gonna, but I could. Do you know what I mean? And the fact is that they're willing to put, it's a one-off and it's for me, but at the same time, it's like, you know, what? Fuck you. Why should I stick your logo on my stuff?
I mean, fuck me.
Do you know what I mean?
Their product is probably one of the most easily piratable things on the market at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I guarantee you, no one will touch it, because no one's going to want to try and have to put in that same amount of effort. The amount of attention to detail that goes into turning that very simple thing into what it is. No one will want to touch it.
I think they said they bought like 70 or 80 different coloured stickers, 70 or 80 different coloured ribbons, 70 or 80 different coloured fucking, what do you call it, braiding for the wire. They've got their own 510s. Have you seen these? You've obviously.
510s are fucking insane.
Wait, let me get my other one out, so I have to unscrew my fucking RDA. They've got fucking Frostbox 510s. It makes me a bit embarrassed that I just paid for all my internals from China. Do you know what I mean? The amount of effort they've gone to make these fucking awesome is absolutely insane. They give you spare stickers in case the stickers wear off. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell. That's absolutely insane. And that was
right.
Awesome.
Are we done getting teary-eyed and wanking off half the fucking industry now?
Yeah.
Seriously, I've never given so many hand jobs in an hour and 20 minutes in all my life.
I don't think I've ever complimented anyone in my life, so this is a first.
That's true.
Let's
True.
get,
We're
let's
your
get
mates
our
and you don't
boners
even
out.
say anything nice about us.
Let's get our boners out.
It's boner time! I've got to share the boner board now, haven't I?
I'm not sure how well this is going to work, but my advice is to hit the plus button in the bottom right-hand corner and either drag and drop your image into that box or put a Google link in.
Let me just start screen sharing. So we're not going with presenting, are we?
Have we cleaned up the board?
No.
We haven't had time to clean it up. We've been too busy. So we're not actually going to keep this presented, are we? We're just going to bring it up every now and again, basically, when I speak.
Because people cried like bitches last week.
Yeah, because fucking VT UK viewers are all a bunch of wine asses. But we love you. Please don't stop watching us. Who's going first then? Come on.
I'll go first. So, my first. Let's see if this works.
My little plus isn't there.
No, mine's not working either. Fuck's sake. Plus.
Mine's working.
It won't let me even edit the ones that I stuck on before. Mark, you're the only person who's got access to this one, you tosser.
I can use it.
Can you?
Yep. Hang on a minute. Let me just try.
It's adding images that seems to be the problem.
It won't even let me move shit. Like my own stuff.
Right, okay, I'm going to go with my first one then, whether we can see it or not.
Yeah, mine appears to be letting me.
If you can get it up, so be it. If not, then... So my first one this week, decide whether it's a positive or a negative, is... There we go. I can't actually see it. Where's it gone?
I can see it.
I can see it.
There you go. Is Malaysian juice.
I can't see it.
Refresh your
Why
screen.
can I not see it? Yeah, I'm just refreshing now. Nope, I've still not got any Malaysian juice.
You're on the old link.
Am I on the old link?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I can see it.
For fuck's sake. Hang on. Bear with. Bear with, caller.
Here we go.
There we go. Look at that. Oh, yeah, no, I can't add anything. Dolan's the only one that can add stuff.
Well, let's just send our pictures to him.
Yeah,
Just
Dolan, you're about to get spammed, bro.
Send me links to the photos.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to stop screen sharing a second.
Okay, so mine is Malaysian juices. Love them or hate them? What are your thoughts, guys?
Love them. Absolutely love them.
They fucking destroy cotton and are an absolute curse to rebuildables.
Why do you love them, Chris?
I think that the coolada and the cooling effect, and I think they're fucking awesome. Well, to be fair, I've only had Savage and someone else tried me. Yeah, I fucking loved it, to be honest.
Have you ever, other than Savage, have you had any other experiences with different juices, or?
Just one someone else gave me, but that Savage one was fucking awesome, and the one that someone else let me try at Expo was fucking awesome as well. So,
Thomas?
The only Malaysian juice I know of is nasty. Never tried it, but obviously it's very popular. I don't see an issue with it.
Yeah, my whole thing with Malaysian juice, I can share the boner board again now. My whole thing with Malaysian juice is it tastes delicious, but it just fucking ruins cotton. And I find it so hard to forgive that. However, WS23 only seems to crop up in Malaysian juices, and I do fucking love WS23.
Mark, what are your thoughts on it?
Me, I really don't like the stuff.
You don't?
No.
Explain.
And just, don't get me wrong, it's all right, but it's just not my choice of vape. It's just too cold for me. That's the only reason I wanted to ask what your thoughts were. It wasn't a dislike, a distaste. It was just.
It sounds like kind of lukewarm on it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Lukewarm.
Does sound like we're kind of lukewarm on it, doesn't it?
Lukewarm.
I quite like
Guys, those of you that are sending me actual photos, I need the Google link, not the.
No, you don't, bro. You can right click and save the photos and drag and drop them.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. I need the link.
Oh man, there's no way I can find the links.
What do you think? Save link as when you click on the picture.
No, just type in what you're looking for, click images in Google, and then click view
Okay.
image. Send me the.
Okay, I'll find your links again for mine then.
I think I know the answer to this one. Oh, for frick's sake, bear with me. I can't find her. You'll have to excuse me. I'll have to replace the image with another one at a later date. But stop losing my rag.
Come on, Dolan, keep it together. We're live on air.
I'm keeping it. So mine this evening is, there we go, the Vapor Expo.
You're putting the Vapor Expo on the boner board.
I am.
That's pretty brave.
Why?
The Expo does polarize people. I mean, our opinions on it will probably be fairly universal, but some people fucking really struggle with Expo.
This is why I've chosen it. I think this would be an interesting one to put up in chat. What your
Come on, let's have chat weigh in on this. Vapor Expo UK.
Mark, try Joker Cloud green cheese, apple cheesecake, lovely ADV. I will put that onto my list, Chris. Thank you for that, mate.
To be honest, like Vapor Expo could be, I don't know, Mark's living room. I don't think it's specifically the building or the venue. It's the event and the people that make it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't think it could be Mark's living room because that would be a grand total of Mark exhibiting, which would probably not.
It's not go down about the exhibitors, though. It's the people that are the exhibitors. You know, I think Vapor Expo is made by the people that are there. I think you could be at a school reunion, you could be at a fucking park, you could be at a festival, you could be at anything. If you meet the amount of awesome people that you meet at the Vapor Expos, you'll have the same as good a time.
Okay, it could be absolutely shit though, like Collective, but
I think the only highlight of Collective was the people, wasn't it?
All
Yeah.
three of them.
All three of them, yeah.
So what? Damon's wife,
And Jensen.
and Jensen.
Tom was
Love you,
there.
Damon.
Tom was there. Tom, you came down for a night, didn't you?
Yeah, I was there, yeah.
He took up 85% of the collective floor space. Other people's weighing on Vapor Expo.
As a consumer, I think Vapor Expo can be fucking hard work, unless you're really in with the scene and know what's going down. Then I think it could be really fucking hard work. But I think if you work in the industry or you're close to the industry, Expo is the fucking highlight of the year.
It's
You know
also
what? Looking at the comments in live chat, everyone's saying that they're loving it. Denby, when I went to see Mark earlier today, hit the head on the head. There were lots of companies that were brand new, started the day before Expo, who just wanted a quick way to make cash. I've got to say that was one of my bugbears. I know we're not talking about that now. There was one particular juice company that was going, come on, check out a new company out. It's only started 2 days ago. What?
Mate,
Really?
the number of fucking 3x3s there that were just selling like fucking, they just look like market stalls, man. It was embarrassing.
Either way, I think the overall consensus in live chat is
I think it was great. We had a great time. We saw each other. We had a laugh. Back
so
it
are
up.
we somewhere between lukewarm and fully charged, or are we mushing more towards fully charged?
So I think we're definitely more towards fully charged. I don't think we're 100% fully charged. I think it has its negatives, but I think
Okay, then, I'll tell you what, right? What we'll do is, how about Vape Jam Expo? Which one would you class as fucking better?
I would take one Expo over 20 vape jams.
Yeah.
So for being the best show in fucking UK to Europe, has to be all fully charged.
Yeah.
Are we happy with my placement then, guys?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Take it. Right, who's next?
I'll go.
Right, hang on.
So- While Mark's actually uploading my image, I'll take a second to start talking about this now. Chinese stabwood. Historically, Chinese stabwood has been fucking terrible. We all know it. Even the Mini Kinkadamas weren't the greatest stabwood, you know, and the Mini Kinkadamas are nice. They're nice mods, but it was not the best stabwood. However, China has stepped the fuck up recently on stabwood. And as me and Tom both know, me and Tom have both got Arctic Dolphin Arthurs, and the stab blocks on those are fucking insane. You guys just take a little look at this.
They haven't upped their game on the fucking naming, have they?
No, the naming is still shit, but you look at that piece of stabwood. You look at that and tell me if that isn't a thing, an object of desire.
Is that the round 26,650 one?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
26,650.
they had them at the last Expo. I thought they were fucking beautiful then, but I didn't know what they were called. I knew they were made by Arctic Dolphin.
It's just a fucking beautiful piece of kit.
You see, I was looking on the Osmodas site booth over the weekend, and they got some, especially the Minikin. They got some lovely pieces of wood.
Mm. Yeah, I think it's up there. I mean, you can't really complain about Chinese manufacturing unless you're buying cheap clones as well. Do you know what I mean? The Chinese manufacturing's come tenfold. The utilization of the technology has come fucking miles. The stabwoods, everything about Chinese manufacturing and vaping has come forward. Even there's juices coming out of China now, rather than the 90p G shit that they were knocking out before, 4p a bottle.
Yeah, it's a lot less frowned upon. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's close to fully charged. Yeah,
Definitely.
Can you move that still, or do you want me to do it?
No, you'll have to move it. You'll have to move it. I mean,
where are we going?
I think we've got to be fair. The real artisan craft stabwood is fucking unreal.
and it's a lot more wood than it is anything else.
And you can't quite hold it all the way up there. You can't quite hold it all the way up there. But for you to say that China can't do good stabwood now, when mods like those Arctic Dolphins exist, you're fucking dreaming, mate. You're not being realistic.
Yeah,
Those
well,
Arctic Dolphins are gorgeous.
I think we should class it more of a hybrid because it's resin and
Yeah,
stabwood.
Well, yeah, most stabwood stuff is though, isn't it? It's usually resin and stabwood.
But that what you particularly put up is more resin than stabwood.
Yeah, they do tend to be sort of more resin heavy. But then you look at things like the Axis M17s, and the resin heavy M17s cost more than the fucking full stabwood ones.
Mm.
I've got to say I've seen a lot better stabwood than what China is producing. I'm not saying it's bad. I think it is very good.
But yeah, I agree.
There
With
is
Mark.
much better stabilization out there.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Mark, but they have come tenfold.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's the best stabwood on the market. I'm saying, fuck me, you can't say it's bad anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's between lukewarm and fully charged.
Go back a bit then.
Mark, I put mine in chat, by the way.
Yeah, got it.
What's it again?
I've also got your second one, Stu. Do you want to start talking?
My second one, yeah. The 2700 cell. We have now had a play. At Expo, Paul very generously gave everyone that worked the stand a limited edition Neochrome Empress. And obviously, I was excited like a fucking kid at Christmas, and I wanted to use that bad boy. So I bought some 2700s, and Paul had them fully charged, ready to go. And I slammed them in, and I vaped them for the entire day. And I got through a full day's work on 4 cells. Now, there is no fucking way in the world that 4 18650s would last me a 10-hour day. Not in a million years. So these things for me are absolutely fucking insane.
Well, yeah, I was
Absolutely
using this
insane.
on and off since Saturday, Was it Saturday? Maybe the Friday. Let me get my little testy thing on it. See what the battery's at, because it's still hitting now, but I don't know what it's hitting at. I'll put the right end on the right end. This has been used on and off since Saturday, and it's still at 3.71 volts.
Fucking amazing.
That is pretty fucking good.
So we had a conversation about new battery technology where we hinted that the 2700, if the performance held up, could be the new battery. And I think 4 cells giving you a day's worth of vaping on a mech mod at 0.1 ohms, I think that counts as pretty fucking good performance, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So what do we think? What do we think?
Gotta be on fully charged, mate.
I think until the 21700s come out, I think we put it up there with fully charged.
Yeah, I think tentatively, accepting that it could be knocked down, we put it at fully charged for now.
Yeah.
Fully charged it is.
Who's next?
Okay,
I'll go next. Mark, have you got my links?
I have, mate. I'm just whacking them in now, mate.
You're doing Tom's, yeah?
I'm doing Tom's now, assuming that's yep.
Which one are you going to go for first?
The Republic.
There we go. I'm going to go, and we've just on about this for ages and ages and ages.
Take that picture.
Double click the picture, Stu.
There we go.
We've discussed this before, not on a show, just in us boys, and I fucking absolutely hate the branding on that fucking liquid.
Yeah, I'll just present for a second so everyone can have a good look at it.
I hate the branding too, but Trump is a bit of a banana.
Isn't Banana Republic a very popular high-end clothes chain as well?
Maybe.
Stewie, no longer presented.
You've
You
got
what?
screen sharing.
No longer presented.
Sorry. There you go. Are you happy now?
Yeah.
Sorry, Tom.
Yeah, I fucking hate the fucking branding on that shite. I don't know what anybody else thinks of it, but I think it's fucking horrible.
I mean, it was kind of happened though, weren't it, when Trump came into power?
And they were at fucking Expo. I did see
Were
this time. Yes, they were.
Did you taste it?
I didn't even go. I just walked past and just shrugged my shoulders. I was like,
He tasted a fair amount of banana at Expo, but it wasn't juice.
It was mine.
bit of yours was a maggot.
Salty banana.
I gave you both inches and you were fucking happy with them.
I thought I was going fishing and putting a little maggot under my tongue, keeping it warm, Chris, when you came over. But yeah, I don't. What are your boys' opinions? I fucking just hate that.
Fuck it. It's got Trump on it. Trump's can't fucking.
Stuart, give me your honest opinion, because I know you've got an opinion on it.
I think it's absolute fucking bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. Should not exist. Should never have been allowed to exist. It's just, I fucking hate Donald Trump. You know, I'm the leftiest of left-wing wankers in the world. I'm constantly posting left-wing bullshit on Facebook. I'm a right fucking politician pain in the ass. But I don't care. It's got no business being on a juice bottle. Fuck off. Get in the bin. That's off fucking running empty for me. That's off the left-hand side of the chart for me.
Can't go that
To
far.
be honest, the last thing we need is some fucking egotistical cunt like Trump to start kicking off about vaping because someone's put his face on a bottle. Did you see all the shit that happened when he tried to build a golf course in Aberdeenshire and one guy wouldn't sell him his house? He was slagging this old man off on the fucking news, and this geezer was loving the fact that he was pissing Trump off, which is fair play to him. But at the same time, he took his time to make this one small bloke in a small house in a small village in Aberdeenshire big public news. And the last thing we need is some fucking idiot like him getting involved in politics that doesn't affect him. Do you know what I mean? Unless he's going to, remove some of the bullshit laws that are coming into place. Fuck it. I think it deserves to be where it is.
Fuck it. Fuck him. Fuck that product.
Mark, he's the same.
So, yeah, definitely. Fuck it. Get rid of it.
Cool.
Doesn't even deserve to be on the cool wall.
I agree. Can't you push it more to the left?
I don't think I can. Hang on. Let's see if I can make it bigger. I can't.
Just looking at your bookmarks here, Stu. Genuine MC. Are you a rapper in secret?
You what?
Genuine MC.
Oh, no, Genuine MC is a Minecraft server.
Oh. I thought you were going to come out with some rap music.
No, I don't play that way, mate.
Last one for Tom.
Right, the last one for me.
The Healy.
I've put the pump up there because Paul was wearing the Reebok pump, but the reason it's up there is comfortable shoes to be worn at a fucking Expo because everyone's fucking feet are definitely killing now.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm actually fine. Being a career chef, I used to wear steel toe cap boots for fucking 12 hours a day, so I'm actually fine. My feet don't even hurt.
Dude, you were hiding behind a booth. I bet you had fucking Crocs on, you cunt.
I trained them. In fact, Tom took the piss out of my trainers because I was wearing New Balance, and apparently Donald Trump likes them. Because Thomas is a fucking prick, and he'll do anything he can to get one up on me, the cunt.
So, comfy shoes to be worn at
I came on you while you were asleep.
fully charged because I know for a fact we're all feeling it. I know we're feeling
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, get the footwear up there. You can't beat good footwear.
Right up there. Are we going as high as the Nautilus coils, or?
No, we fuck going as high as the Nautilus coils. Don't be stupid. let's not say stuff we can't take back, Mark. Fucking hell, mate.
There we go. Let's go with that then.
Yeah, I agree. If we're going to do mine, Mark, can you do my second one first, please?
Oh, I've just uploaded the picture for your first one.
All right, we'll go with this one then.
Sure?
Yeah.
What we got
Right.
then, JB?
So, Barker, your first one is humility.
That's all right. Yeah, no, that's the first one I wanted. That's what I
Yeah,
wanted.
good boy.
Okay.
The humility, the humblest of the humble, the nice people that you meet, the people that are not up their own asses, they're not fucking absolute dicks. And I've met a hell of a lot of them over this weekend, and yeah, I think they're fully charged.
100%.
Don't really need to discuss that one, do we?
I don't
Nah.
think so.
I think John Cena says it best, doesn't he? Hustle, loyalty, respect.
Absolutely.
I think that's got to be right up there, just lower than Akina.
Just lower than Akina. You're such a fucking plug artist.
Yeah, just underline Akina right there.
So Dale just said stick Rogue on running empty for me, and if it ain't there, why not? Fuck off, Dale. I've just bought one.
Actually, we should put Rogan running empty. If it's not the mods themselves, it's the fucking business acumen of the owners. But
that's fine. That's fine. Yeah,
we'll get into that next week when Dale comes on the
still
show.
a fantastic mod. No one's arguing it's still a fantastic mod, but
Well, it's okay.
it's a great mod. It's a very well-made mod.
It was better when I was on the team.
Shut up. Shut up. It's just because you bought one, Stu.
No, I bought it because it's a good mod.
I'll tell you what is fucking awesome. This toasted oil by Thick Oil available.
I'll tell you what else used to have, Stuart used to have a fucking connoisseur. And we saw where that
As a connoisseur, I complained to the fucking maker about 2 weeks after I bought it.
Yeah, then look what happened. You disorientated him when he was making the UK editions.
Well, I'm sorry, but if you're making a fucking tribute to a country and you get their flag wrong, it's fucking sloppy, isn't it?
Oh,
And then you try and cover it up by saying that it was a fucking middle finger to the TPD, you lying cunt. Ah,
yeah.
All right, Stu.
sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
Next one, I'm not sure where this is going, but okay. Do you want to start introducing, or are we just going to leave it be?
We'll wait until it pops up. Because it's quite a serious issue.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Adam Goodyear.
Fucking tramps. Not the ones that are in the street that you give money to, or the ones that are, unfortunately homeless around the world. Ones that own fairly well established, fairly well earning companies.
Before this goes any further, someone kick him.
that
Kick
come
him.
that come to it, people that earn a bit of cash and have a decent business, that come to a meal that they're invited to with 48 other people and don't fucking pay. And
We're on about Mark by any chance.
I'm on about Mark, the fucking giant useless tosser He went outside to vape, even though we were allowed to vape in the restaurant, conveniently when we were paying the bill, and other people got left to pay his fucking...
Lad, fucking lad.
And out of concern at the fact he'd left his bag inside, I even brought his bag out, worried that he'd gone back to the hotel because of an emergency and left his bag and someone was going to rob it. So I took his bag out, and it turns out the wanker was outside, conveniently away from the till when everyone else was paying. So tramps are running empty. People, not homeless tramps, not people that are in unfortunate circumstances. Tramps like Mark Dolan.
Would you like to know why I was outside, Chris?
Don't make me feel guilty and say your cat died or something, right?
I was having a full-on right old argument with Lindsay, so it was a case of I'll take this outside.
You should have divorced her. You should have divorced her and paid the fucking bill. You tramp. Get to the
To be fair, that is classic Dolan, isn't it? Always in the right place at the right time, Mark is.
Have you seen comments, Denby? I've lost all fucking respect for Mark. Paul calling you a pikey cunt. Looks like Matt's got to take people out next time at Expo.
The fucking Milky Bars are on Dolan next one then.
The worst thing is, he swans in fucking late, and the poor servers ran downstairs and got him extra starters that he'd missed, and you know, and every so often we're like, grab him a beer, and they gave him excellent service. He didn't pay, and he didn't tip.
You didn't wanker, you didn't tip.
We didn't fucking pay, so how was he going to tip?
Chris, I've lost the screen. Where are you all? I can't even say. Oh, there you are. Right. You know, if I'd have felt extremely bad had it have been anyone else that had footed the bill.
Can I just say, Tom O'Connell paid a portion of that as well. I don't feel bad.
Really? I'll make sure he gets his check.
You fucking toss. You know, the worst thing about all of it is I moaned because someone did it to me last time. And Mark was like, oh, what a skank. And then he's fucking done it.
Mine was unintentional.
You're a trampy hypocrite. That's what you are. Get to the running empty. You
Can't be trusted, that lad.
You, hashtag fuck the TPD, the Donald Trump juice, and Rogue's business acumen can all fuck off tonight.
Chris, feel free to move it. Feel free to move it down to running empty. Oh, that's right, you can't.
Just know that you not putting it on running empty proves that you are also a proud skanky cunt. You're proud to have robbed your poor mate who only has one small product on the market.
Dolan, are you a tennis ball, mate? Are you a tennis ball?
What?
You just got fucking served, mate.
I'm so poor, I had to take away freebies from Expo.
Yeah, so poor you own 2 fucking billet boxes. Shut up, Chris, you're lying.
Actually, I sold one at the weekend.
Oh, what, to pay for your crack habit?
No, because someone I care for really wanted one, and they couldn't get hold of one. So I sold it. Because I'm a nice person, unlike Mark fucking Dolan. Move it across. You and Tom fitting in that hoodie can get to fuck.
Oh, Chris, you just fucking made the boner board, bro.
Move it across, or I'm going to send you a double invoice.
You send me what?
I'll invoice you for it twice. You are the size of 2 people.
Brilliant.
You wouldn't want Dolan to not pay an invoice, Chris.
I'll invoice you. I'll invoice you.
That Chris is a tight cunt because it was only 20 quid.
Yeah, really,
I put it out there that Mark Dolan's share of the bill was close to 100 quid. And he's twice as big as everyone else. So he probably ate more food than that. And I feel sorry for the poor man that ran downstairs all desperate to make sure you got starters and didn't miss out. And you didn't tip him. Poor whatever his name is. I'm going to add a tip to the invoice. I'm going to post it to him. Possible. Fucking hell. And then to top it all off, Max brought up, look, last year I was winding up Mark and I told him that Max said I could have some juice for free, and I got a right fucking earache because Max didn't understand that I was taking the piss, and he thought that I'd proper tried to steal from Mark like £6 worth of juice, and then Max got shitty about it, and I think in sympathy about Max getting shitty for it, Mark pretended he was annoyed so Max didn't look like a tit. So I had to put up with both of them because they were banging on about me stealing £6 worth of juice, and he essentially stole £90 off a poor fat man from who lives in Scotland. Can I just say to Max and to Mark, you can never ever bring that fucking juice up again, because I felt bad that Max didn't understand the joke as it is.
You know what? I was happy to have it on really empty until you did that, and now it's going back up fully charged.
Put it fucking back. Tramp. Hashtag tramp. Trampesque. That's the name of your shop, isn't it?
Chris, don't make me reduce. Mate, don't make me reduce the Pandoras to £30. No, sorry, someone's already done that.
Hey!
You're too skanky to reduce them. You put the price up. I'm surprised you're not selling clones yet, you wanker, and passing them off.
Before anybody believes that we're taking this too serious, just remember that these two boys are very good friends.
Yeah. We would touch PPs, but he's so tall that his rubs against my nose. And can I put this out there before we wrap it up? Damon, the useless vapor, I think that's his name, isn't it? He managed to fill his fucking Pandora Skronk up with juice, and the black from the box has bled onto the inside of his door. So I've actually paid to have more black doors and boxes made than the next run I may or may not be doing. So anyone who has a bad experience with either a door or a box that's white, I will replace any white parts with black parts if they so wish, for free of charge, but you can pay postage.
Hang on, wait a minute.
Don't try and look for a spec so you can ask for a new one, you tramp. That's why you've got such big feet, so you can stop other people picking up pennies off the floor.
To
Penny.
be honest, Chris, I'm going to be deadly honest, mate. I thought it was fucking colour changing. I thought, fuck, it's come white, it's going black. Fucking hell, it's colour changing.
The only thing colour changing in this room is Mark, where he went from pink to white when he saw the bill and ran.
Chris.
Oh my days.
Chris, I'm pretty sure that we wanted to talk about brass Pandoras tonight, didn't we?
Oh yeah, can I just say, this is another thing that almost annoys me almost as much as tramps. Not homeless people, proper tramps. Just Mark. Yes, I'll make this a bit more serious. Whilst I understand that there is a demand and people do want brass Pandoras, I have mentioned on the show that we are probably going ahead with getting them done. And I understand that the clones exist and people will buy the clones. And I've got no issues with the clones existing. I've got no issues with the clones being bought. But it is a bit of a kick in the bollocks when people who watch the show or people that, you know, are part of the community that I'm involved in or the community these guys are involved in are openly showing off that they've gone and bought one. It's as close to spitting in my face as you're going to do. I'm not saying you can't own a brass Pandora clone. I'm not saying you can't buy one, but I did feel a bit disrespected by that. I'm not going to name any names. I don't want anyone to lynch mob anyone or anything like that. But I put a hell of a lot of fucking work into that, and I understand that it was inevitably going to be cloned. To be honest, I didn't think it'd be popular enough to be cloned, but it has been. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, a member of the community that we're all involved in. I mean, we do this show for free. Any person that gets any royalties out of anything is probably whoever runs the actual YouTube, and they probably get about 4p a month.
We don't monetize. We've never
monetized. There you go. It's only Damon that gets money out of it, janky bastard. No, I'm joking. Yeah, so we do this absolutely for free. And, you know, if you're going to be a part of the community, you know, don't, you know, throw it in my face that you've gone out and bought a fucking clone. Yes, it was a laugh. And yes, as I said, I don't give a fuck if you own one. You don't need to post it on the group. It was just a bit disrespectful, I thought. I don't know if you guys have any opinions.
No, I can get behind what you're saying completely, Chris.
Hang on, mate.
I just want to, like, you guys to reassure me that I'm not being, dramatic.
No, definitely not. As you said, you've just said it. I've not got an issue. It's out there. It's going to be people are going to purchase it. Don't throw it in your face. Understandable.
You could own 20 of them for all I care, but you don't need to post it in the group that, I'm taking my time out from being with my family to, help post content for you guys. It just felt a bit, it was a bit shit, to be honest. But
what was your apology? Something about fucking your auntie or something, or your uncle, or
yeah. It seems like a bit of an extreme analogy, right? But imagine it like this: if a random bloke fucks your missus, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be a bit. Well, on this scale, someone buying a clone, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. It's not gonna hurt as much as having my missus fucked by some bloke, but you get my drift. The difference between some random person buying and splashing a clone of mine all over the fucking internet and someone that's a member of the community doing it is the difference between a stranger fucking your wife or your uncle doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just I don't know, just didn't feel, it wasn't amazing. But again, I've got no animosity towards the person. Fair play. You got a brass one before I did, you can't. But but at the same time, just yeah.
Be wary.
It's my opinion. It's just my opinion as well. Feel free to buy as many as you want. Just don't. I'd just rather you didn't.
Don't rub your nose in it. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, don't post it in the Vape Talk group, please.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
But yeah, I don't want to end the show on a bad note. So, Mark, you are a tramp. Proper tramp.
Does anyone see what Paul's put in the chat?
No,
That's why I haven't unchecked mine.
Well, it just shows how much he likes it then, because the cunt I gave one and he took fucking 5 weeks to even build the fucker.
Yeah, but now that he has built it, he has said that he really likes it, to be fair.
Yeah, no, that was a joke. I wasn't actually getting down his neck about it. But I mean, he said you were an asset to the stand, so we know he's full of shit.
No, he said I was an ass hat on the stand.
Oh, right. Okay.
Pay attention, mate.
Yeah. I mean, as I said, I'm not bothered about people owning them. Just don't post it in the fucking group.
Yeah, no, I think it's completely fair enough. I totally support you on it. And we deleted the post, didn't we?
I don't know. Probably not.
I hope we did. We should have.
Probably not.
Fuck it, leave it up.
It's done now. Fucking hell. It's just someone's just showed it to me. I can't remember who it was, and I was just like, "Okay, now."
Yeah, the thing is, and I'll back you on this, Chris. The fact is that you said I'm not fussed that it's out there and whatnot, but to put it in your very own community that you deal with is a bit of a shit fucking, a bit of a shit.
I'll just put this out there as well. The guys who cloned it, I messaged them for a laugh, so I was going to wind them up, and I forgot that my WhatsApp picture was the Pandora logo. So they knew who I was the second I started asking questions. And I was just going to wind them up and see how much they were charging for them to find out how much cheaper they're fucking making them for. Do you know what I mean? And they actually propositioned me that they would make brass and copper caps for me and not clone them anymore if I paid them to do the brass and copper caps. And just out of pure respect, I could have done it and no fucker would have known it was made anywhere different other than where mine are made. But just out of the pure fact that I know I would be deceiving people, and I also knew that I didn't know, but I presumed that the quality would be questionable. I mean, people wouldn't know or probably wouldn't care, but at the same time, I would know that I was buying a clone of my own product to sell cheaper to the public, and I would have felt like an absolute cunt. So I told them to go fuck themselves. Now, I could have used that to make money. I could have used that to shut people up. If they wanted brass, they wanted copper, they could have got it. But I didn't out of respect for the public. And I'm just asking that people don't do this out of respect for me.
Or if you don't give a shit about Chris, feel free and disrespect.
Do that. Yeah. Someone doesn't, because they walk out and leave me with the bill, the prick. Anyway.
Cracking. I think on that note, I think we've had a cracking evening. We've had a recap on $7.50.
You. I think they're even cheaper. I haven't looked, to be honest.
No, I think we can all agree that we've had a cracking week, a cracking weekend. We're all well and truly bollocksed. I think a lot of what we can take from today is community. Yeah, I've had a cracking weekend. Rest of you guys?
I think we've all had a fucking amazing weekend, haven't we?
Yeah.
I think we're all tired and emotional, and that's why we're being so nice to each other. Except you, Darren, you can fuck yourself.
For me, just some personal shout outs as well. Huge respect to Paul, obviously, for having me on the stand. That meant the fucking world to me, and for Tasha as well. You know, I'm sure she has a say in it just as much. Huge respect to Ben, Phil, and Wan from TYV as well. Those lads all individually made parts of my weekend fucking a lot better than they could have otherwise been. And huge respect to Thomas as well for ferrying me around like the fucking legend that he is.
No worries, brother, anytime.
And I do want to thank Dale, Lindsay, and the rest of the TYV team as well for allowing us to stand with them at Expo.
They didn't pay the bill, did you?
Huh?
They didn't pay me the bill, did you?
No, not at all. You see, that's what friends do, you see, Chris.
Oh, is it? Yeah, with
You
warning. With prior warning, Mark. With prior warning. I'd just like to thank all the guys that have flown from all over the fucking world to be there. You know, it's not even the flight. It's not even that. It's just the fact that they had to want to be there. And I mean, like, as I said, the guys from Birmingham, you know, it was the first time they'd been to a show, and it was a bit out of their depths. And, you know, they made an effort to be there every day, and it was just awesome. So, yeah, I'd like to thank them, thank the guys at Purge, and the guys at Vapors Cloud, the guys at Evolution. You know, you're all fucking awesome. Thanks, Paul, for the Empress. Thanks to everyone. Thomas, do you want to thank anyone other than your waiters and servers at restaurants?
I only went out one fucking night, so fuck you.
Yeah, big up Jalebi as well.
You can thank the poor bloke with his moped from Deliveroo then, can't you?
Fuck off. No, I want to say thank you to you guys. You know what I mean? I saw you all over the weekend. You always put a smile on my face. I want to give a shout, obviously, to Paul, but Paul always gets the love and the shout. Tash always gets Paul's wife, which is banter, but Tash is fucking great. She's always behind Paul, supporting what he does. So big shout to Tash. Love you lots. And she's fucking just as amazing. So thank you, everybody, for making Expo fucking amazing.
That fucking woman, she was trooping her way through that Expo, pregnant.
Pregnant
as fuck. Not even a little bit pregnant, like pregnant.
Yeah,
she's she's an absolute soldier. And we do have banter with it. She does get called Paul's wife, and she loves, obviously, the little banter as well, but Tash does graft her fucking ass off. So I know Tash is watching with Paul, so hats off to Tash because she's fucking amazing.
And she didn't get to rest because Tom took up the whole sofa.
That was Paul, not me. I had my chairs.
I think she trooped through that, putting up with you fuckers.
Actually, Tash was amazing. She was on the stand half the time, helping us serve when we were getting our asses kicked.
I mean, to be fair, she was probably spending Paul's money the other half of the time. But...
Yeah, she was. She came away with a few expensive mods.
Nice.
I think we can safely say roll on October, guys.
Yeah, the industry is very much alive and well, guys, and it's mostly down to you lot, you know, the consumers and.
Hold on, we've got before October. We've got Fest.
Show us your festivals.
I won't be there.
Fuck off, Chris.
Can't afford to. I've got to recuperate my expenses from that meal.
Don't worry, you've got to ride that broken horse.
Oh, I am.
I will buy everyone dinner at Fest, mate. I'll make sure of it.
The whole of the event has just heard that. Anyone attending Fest will get a meal on Mark Dolan. Whether it's beans on toast,
it'll be a fucking Dairy Lunchable and a Panda Pop.
Whether it's fucking beans on toast or noodles, you know, the 19p skank noodles. You know, if enough of you hound him, we'll cause a big enough dent in his pocket. So get involved.
Right, love you all.
Right. On that note, I think we can say fuck you, Barker, and the rest of you guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye bye, everybody. Hangouts link is going in the chat now.